Hello everybody, it's I, the Waluigi Big Mac, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, um, they split this, second part of the trial into two parts. Oh, fuck you, Capcom. Anyways, so, if I recall correctly, Damon Gaunt decided he's going to invoke his right to no longer testify. The only person we can really have testify, is Lana Skye. So that's basically what's going to happen here. Oh, and Emma's with us again.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Skye, you're the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know, all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you're under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gaunt.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gaunt.
Ugh. I want that Discount Slayer dead.
I worked alongside Gaunt for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Okay, I can already tell from here that there's some lies. Some purebred lies in that testimony. Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to the capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana...
If this is true, then that means Chief Gaunt has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you gotta help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
We're going to need a bit more information on this statement right here on how she rearranged her crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself. Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. She revised it. No. We're pressing this a bit further. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the...
And then you moved the whole body?
But why? Why would you do that? You people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I'll ask for the sake of others. I feel like, why did you move the body should be the better question to ask. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Khan's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Guy moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Your plan? Okay, first thing first. We're just gonna present this.
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not yet have been broken before he died. Ah! He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar.
Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar. And its bloody message.
What are you, British, Edgeworth?
Actually, don't answer that. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well, the witness may now continue your testimony. Jar and message in blood.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room. I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
That's a lousy testimony. You mean you're the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Nothing usual there? No. No, I got a stupid idea. Let's just present the jar again and see what happens. Well, the music stopped, so it worked. Miss Guy, I believe this jar conceals the truth, even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gon's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gunn got there before you.
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Ha! Can you believe that? Ah, you old fart.
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that...
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not blind. This person was Chief Gon. At the time, he was looking for Dark Downs.
Yeah, we're just getting off the judge. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
No! Oh man, we're putting the judge on the spot. Wait. I'm not the one on trial here.
Damon Gaunt arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break this jar and hit one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence.
But why would Chief Gon do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gaunt's aid. Letting her his aid, Gaunt helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet.
Holy shit, she better fucking thumb. Holy shit.
No. I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gaunt's trap?
There's something wrong, Mr. Wright.
Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, that Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
There better not be any lies, or else I'm gonna lose my shit. All right, the witness may testify once more, for the final time. Gotta take a swig of Pepsi for this.
Not sponsored, by the way. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gaunt help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember seeing a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any picture from Lana. Lana says she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be something in that picture somewhere. Let's see. We got the evidence logbook. We're going to check it. We're going to open it. Aha! Hey, there's a picture in here. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mr. Wright, that picture cut out from his vest. And that piece cut out from his vest, could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gaunt's safe? What's this? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know what happened here. That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with this cross-examination. So long as he tells the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Before we can do this, we're gonna have to reread everything again. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body. Hey! Oh, you piece of shit. Come on now, G. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gaunt. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Up, he's going, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, it's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? Do you have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence, the one that shows... Fuck you, no! We're not letting this guy win. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Chief Gaunt, you opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. I'm just skipping your dialogue just because you're a piece of shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gaunt? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit it? You admit to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use this situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dart convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Oh, here I go, acting like Santa again. Evil Santa. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I keep one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you haven't.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you
admit to it then, Chief Gaunt, that you're hiding the cloth you cut the victim's vest in your safe.
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you can present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't show evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered...
We have to show the piece of cloth. Let me verify this once more. On that day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
It could have not been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Oh, you're as slow as the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that. But Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. We still have to say that's Emma Sky.
Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you just tell me?
You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster! Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely conceal this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gaunt, you're absolutely right. The piece of cloth who proves the real murderer... This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, he asked.
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gaunt, your tyrannical reign ends here.
Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
For some reason, I'm expecting my badge, just to prove how much better I am to you. Now, here's the thing. There's blood all over him right here, including where that piece should have been. Don't you think it's a bit odd that blood is on his shirt there when it's all over his vest? I find that fishy.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Guy took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it. Arrgh!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on that sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gaunt, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, tell me, who could have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago. That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Though the very act of trading insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
No.
It's finally all over. Oh.
That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order! What nonsense is this? Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji? Earlier, old Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I don't think he understands the rules.
I'm afraid Mr. Gaunt's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. Time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit it?
That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? Nah, I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gaunt.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then, it's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Uchi, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. He can't really believe.
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Remember this book.
Boy, that came in handy.
This is my proof, Your Honor.
Evidence law. What's this?
I'd done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number one. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying that I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number two. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on the trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago. No.
He's right. He's right. At the beginning of today's... Oops. Sorry, I skipped the dialogue because I'm a fucking dumbass. That piece of cloth was still meaningless because we didn't find out it was relevant until not that long ago. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes! No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant, the killer was you. Oh man, my Wario's almost coming out.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he'd been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, and then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you got to help me.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then, all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened this evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
"It's not too late. I want to hand this all over to Marshall."
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken back by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint. Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk. What's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Guy involved in all this?
Well, she had much more to lose, as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So you left the jar of you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try and go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Demigant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator, an example to the others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melody of this sounds of a new beginning.
There are two things I want to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Demigant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Guy? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial's over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had God help me forge evidence, up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Guy. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh my god, she smiles! She smiles, everyone! She smiles! I owe you my things, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing. Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Miss Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it!
I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems that good self-examining is in order for all of us. But Sky,
Yes, Your Honor?
you're innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is he still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I fell free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial's going on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant is Lana Sky. BAM! BAM!
Whew. This was something.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
You need to take a swig of Pepsi. Holy shit. Alrighty then. At long last, it's finally over. Aw, poor Emma. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why May of Faith thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Third time this week, Gumshoe. The fuck, man?
Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around on duty. And top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right, I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell. I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked God to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you looked at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma! Yay! Happy ending! No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it's from here that we can move toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here.
Him and his pointy nose and his angry face. Where was he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations. And thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Up, and there he goes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth, not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gunn was right.
You despise criminals, you can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. And you're just one man. You will see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I needed a weapon. It's scary, but I know that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gaunt did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gaunt and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Shit, what are they talking about? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Let's see. Could it be the evidence list because of what's drawn on the back? I think it might have been the evidence list, honestly. Because if we check, because we have these drawings on the back, I think this might be it. That's the picture he drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Wouldn't she technically not be the Chief Prosecutor anymore? Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Seems you both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Oh man, it's a scientific investigation 101. Scientific investigation is the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so another case came to close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey on my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, maybe okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'd be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Okay, folks. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. What? Oh, wait. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, because this was a long one. And I'll be honest, I don't know how long this Let's Play is going to run for. Probably it might be half a year, it might be a quarter year, it might be a full year, I don't know. Hey, it's Gumshoe.
Yikes, I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
Gumshoe's kind of like the cockroach of the police department. A lovable one at that. But yeah, I definitely remember the first 4 cases of this game. Playing this case. Hey, it's this guy. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on me, keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe. Sorry. But yeah, playing this case to completion definitely felt good, because this is the one case from the first game I don't know the most of. What? Are you gonna stare at me with those soulless eyes of yours? I know. Oh no, he fell over! Oh man. Okay, you know what? That was worth it. Hey, it's Jake Marshall. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch? The star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards and seen. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. He even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang gets
get their water. Yeah, you know, kind of like the credits for the original game, like the ending of the original GBA ending, you know, being Case 4. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat. The bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Yeah, like, because kind of like with the original game's ending after beating the fourth case, you kind of get to see what happened to all the characters, mainly the ones introduced for this case. Oh hey, this is Judge. I'll never forget what the young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see what's his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I better be. Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Why do they have this? you know that animation that Mr. Goobis or whatever his name is is very accurate about how the judges go back jingling keys and trying to remember why he even got this job in the first place. Or how he got this job. Hey, it's Maya! Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country water. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. Well, it's nice to see Maya again. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I'm just kind of digging the credits theme and just relaxing. Hey, is Edgeworth off? This is Edgeworth's office. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on? I forgot what this guy's voice is. Yeah, I don't remember what the bellboys, I forgot what voice they did for the bellboy. Meh! Oh well. Hey, Zemma! Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Oh shit! Aww. Oh, that's cute. A nice reward for beating the game to completion. I still hate that you split that trial into 3 parts, Capcom. Fuck you. I love you, but also fuck you. Well then, folks, that was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We can continue. So if you guys enjoyed the Let's Play, please consider subscribing to my channel because I do similar content. So, well, similar content as in I do Let's Plays. And be sure to, and if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and leave a comment. Help the video get pushed on the algorithm. That being said, I'm gonna see you guys in the next solo Let's Play. Yeah. So in case you guys aren't aware, around the time of recording, I've recently started uploading 2 Let's Plays on my channel. At the moment, Phoenix Wright has already started uploading. We are on about episode 5 has already been uploaded and scheduled to come out this upcoming Sunday. the 27th, I believe. Yes, the 27th of October 27th, 2024. The other Let's Play I got going is Dead Rise. It's the Dead Rising Let's Play. Well, specifically Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I did a Let's Play of with my girlfriend. So if you want to go ahead and watch that, then go right ahead. But yeah, I have 2 Let's Plays going on right now. But at this moment in time, I would not know what the next solo Let's Play is going to be. So for right now, I don't have any sort of hint to tell you what it is, as it could really be anything. But with that being said, once again, I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play. Be sure to subscribe if you like the content I do. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play. Whatever it'll be, surely it'll be something cool. But with that being said, have a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next Let's Play. Bye-bye.